Hey gang, so I know recently I mentioned, and this is still the case, that I would not be posting on here as much, but if I have an idea or something pops in my head and I'm driving around like this or working and I have time to do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry. If I can add some value to this group and maybe help one person, I'm gonna continue to do this as I work on my projects and get my business going. But I just heard something by Andy Frisella on his podcast from last week. And I just discovered him. I've heard of him before, but like literally just discovered him today and started listening to his stuff. But he just mentioned something that it was so awesome and so powerful that I gotta share it. The whole point of the podcast was the idea is sometimes it's okay to be indifferent and not to always give a shit and have an opinion about every single topic that exists right now, especially with social media and how passive and distant that can be, and it's just a contest for likes oftentimes as opposed to substantive conversation and things that mean something. But this is what he said. Really think about this for a moment. If you're worried about what other people are going to think about you, or how people are going to take what you say, or what they might say about you in comments and posts, think about this. In your entire life, how many times do you think people have talked behind your back? Through, grade school to however old you are. How many times do you think people have talked about you? You might be thinking, oh crap, it's not really something I ever thought about. Well, just like Andy just told me, it's the truth. People talk about you just like you talk about other people. It's the way it is. There's not one person who's ever lived who has not shared an opinion about someone else when they weren't there. Here's the second question. How much has that stuff affected you? Zero, right? Not at all. It hasn't affected you in any way. And you might argue, well, because I know that now, or I've thought about that in the past, that it affected me. No, I'm talking about if you were in the room when they said the things about you, right there. That hasn't affected you at all. So if you could apply that same concept to other bullcrap and drama in your life, whether it's the current state of global affairs and all these wild things that you have no control over, right? Whether you're focusing all your energy on that and how that's going to affect you or affect those around you, or how you should be thinking about X topic. If you can avoid all that and focus on what's really important right now, growing your business, evolving yourself, changing your habits, you're just wasting energy on all that nonsense. So I really hope this hit home to someone. Don't worry about what other people are going to say or think about you. Who cares? Who cares? If it's some random comment, it means nothing. If it's someone that's close to you and you're affecting you that way, you have the ability to remove yourself from that situation. It might be tough if you're in a bad marriage, or it's a child that's causing you problems, or a close relationship, but there's always an exit strategy to get yourself to where you want to be. And part of that is eliminating the bullshit. Just focus on what you want. Don't worry about anybody else. So again, guys, hopefully you're doing great. Get some funky, nasty weather here where I am. I know it's going to be raining all day. I'm sure some of you guys are dealing with that too. So be safe. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you soon.